So like there are a lot of Arsenal fans who are like hoping and praying that Spurs will win or even snatch points off them, you know.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Futbol Kaki. I am your host Helder and I'm joined by my fellow Kaki bro, Paul. Paul, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, brother. My specs broke. That's why I have to wear the Jurgen Klopp specs.
No,
Okay,
you look like
it's not broken. It's just
You know who you look like or not?
Who?
You know Batman, Riddler? Because he was wearing the clear frame specs, man.
Yeah, clear frame specs. Yeah.
The clear frame
it's like this. The rubber thing came out.
You need to go to optician. The one they can.
Yeah, I'll just go back to the shop where I'll make it lah. Yeah.
But legit, I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna take the photo of your face right, and then go and put the thing next to you.
The one he was integrating Batman, right?
Yeah, integrating Batman.
Ave Maria. Yeah. But how about you? I'm doing good. So other than you,
a bit tired lah because I had to do report over the weekend. So like I was a bit tired.
Working on the weekend is like no go. But no choice.
But it's okay lah. I was able. Then it forced me to like right because I work last week was very chaotic. So there's too many.
So not very productive.
Not very productive, but at least on the weekend, right? I was able to silence and sit down, and I had to do because my deadline was actually on Monday.
But at least all done already.
Yeah, it's all done already, right? Then Android. I didn't work out a lot this week because mentally you're very tired, you don't get injuries. So I got that done. Then I was happy lah. But yeah, so far quite okay.
At times, right, bro, rest is as equally important as working out.
And
so
a
lot of people have this mindset. Yeah, sorry.
No, sorry. And they always and I agree because like there's this I think you're probably gonna see right, like there's people have this mindset where it's like, oh, I must go harder.
Yeah.
But the problem is that with strength or with even muscle, right, it's like the more you push, the more tired you become. Then if you don't rest enough, right, how are you gonna go and push forward?
So I was gonna say that a lot of people think that I can work out 6 times a week. But if your body don't recover from that 6 times a week, you are only risking yourself to have more injuries.
Correct.
And like even more fatigue, which you will carry forward to the next week. Which is like counterproductive because you're gonna feel lethargic at work, you're gonna feel sleepy at work. Your body's gonna ache for like 5 days, that kind.
Correct. So like I feel like I think working out 3 to 4 times a week is enough.
It's manageable as long as it's manageable for you, bro. I feel that's more important.
Yeah. So like I reduced my workout numbers to like from 4 to 3 just because like my work schedule is a bit crazy.
Yeah. So maybe once your schedule clears up, then you can at your own pace you can progressively go back up again to 4.
Probably lah, but it's just that also because like I am work late, so sometimes I end up right. It's like you exercise right, then you eat dinner super late. Yeah,
then it's. Bro, do you know that when you eat dinner late, right, the chances of you gaining weight is higher?
That's like, so it's like I would rather like I'm thinking like maybe either I eat before I work out again, but then if I work out later at night.
Or one way, right, is that your dinner, right, you just eat the meat. You don't consume the carbs.
Yeah lah.
If you were to consume the carbs, maybe you half it lah. Yeah.
But I had a problem the weekend, bro. Because Mother's Day, right, I went for a Japanese buffet. It wasn't
okay. It's okay, brother. I had what also? I had indulged over the weekend as well.
So, bro, I was like, what can I do? Okay, sashimi, then like tempura, then like meat. Basically, like anything that was like consumable in terms of protein, right? But the calorie intake was higher. Yeah, I just call it that.
It's fine though, bro. Mother's Day is a very good excuse.
Okay, like once in a while. Yeah, but speaking of which, we are a football podcast after all, and this week is the final week of the EPL season. Everybody is going down to match number 38. But before we get there, we do have some things to talk about, which of course is that it's now officially a 2-horse race. Liverpool are officially out of contention.
Yep.
Officially, it is between Arsenal and Manchester City, with Arsenal, of course, beating Manchester United at Old Trafford 1-0, and City totally storm-rolling over Fulham with a 4-0 victory away from home. Now, the difference between these two is that City control their fate, Arsenal don't, and Arsenal have to rely on Spurs to help them this coming midweek. So, City have 2 games left, which is, of course, Spurs and West Ham. Arsenal have Everton left. So, in essence, right, if City win their game against Spurs,
that's it.
It's over.
Yep. more or less it's done, bro.
I will say that it's done already. There is not much we can actually say that. So what we are going to do today is we're going to recap, of course, the match of the week for last week, which of course was Manchester United versus Arsenal. And then of course we're going to look at Fulham versus Manchester City, where Fulham absolutely kena storm by Man City. It was quite bad. But the disparity in class is one thing, right? In both games. Like the class disparity between Man United and Arsenal and Fulham and Man City, right, is similar.
I understand, bro. Yeah,
I think I don't want to say that. So we'll get into it. As Man United fans, right? You can see both of us are smiling, right? Because we just don't really care anymore already. We're just waiting for this to be season to end. So, bro, you ready to get into it?
Let's do it, brother.
All right. So, this week, before we go into it, right, we have two match of the weeks as well, which is of course Arsenal versus Everton and City versus West Ham. So we're gonna do both predictions, and this will decide whether or not Paul gets the gift or he doesn't get the gift of the $70. So we shall see, right? So let's go. The first game that we're going to talk about is, of course, Manchester United versus Arsenal. The final score was, of course, Man United 0, Arsenal 1. Goal from Leandro Trossard via assist from Kai Havertz, right? As you can hear from my silence, right, I don't really know what to say.
Once again, right, bro, we had too much hope for Man United. I don't understand why and how we managed to feel that they could even draw with Arsenal.
They technically could, what?
Yeah, but it's like whenever we say something, they will somehow prove us wrong.
Yeah,
like prove us right. Prove us right. Prove us wrong. Correct. Yeah. Like when we think they couldn't sink any lower, right?
They sunk lower.
Decided to create another hole to dig themselves into, and prove us.
And I honestly feel, right, like I mean, like, okay, guys, sorry to all the Arsenal fans out there, right? This game was boring, lah. Let's just call it that. There's really nothing. Arsenal was happy to just sit back and absorb all the attack from Manchester United, right? Because the Arsenal defense knew they were good enough to be able to tahan Manchester United. Like, can you imagine, right? Like, they were willing to park the bus against Man United, right? Because they knew that Man United was not going to be much of a threat.
No, bro, I don't blame them. You know why? Because I would totally do the same thing if I was them.
Because it's keep the clean sheet and just not lose, right?
Bro, at this point, it's just the result, bro.
Yeah, correct.
It's not nothing to play. You don't have to play. You don't have to prove anything to anyone about playing beautiful football. Just give me the 3 points and I'm out. That kind, I would have totally done the same thing. It's just that from our perspective as Manchester United fans and the team, right? When you have 80-something possession at one point, you should totally make use of it, But I don't.
and right, this manager he's got a delusional problem, bro. I don't understand this, right? It's like Garnacho is playing badly. Ahmad is the better winger. You take out Ahmad and put in Anthony.
I think Ahmad was injured.
Ahmad is like knocked. Okay, fair, that one.
Like knocked, yeah.
Then you take out Kobe Manu, you go and put on Ericsson. You take out Amrabat, then you go and do all things. So you basically remove your stabilizing effect, right? For guys that literally create nothing extra for you. I think honestly, right, this team, they totally give up already. They don't bother about the anymore.
You know what was the first mistake I saw when I saw the lineup? You had Kamwabala on the bench, right? But you still choose to play Casemiro on centre back. Yeah, but you could have played Evans and Kamwabala, and then you play Casemiro as CDM in his natural position. This Casemiro, I cannot say he's a snake. He's a double agent, bro. Remember what I said about him missing the penalty? Yeah. Against Coventry? He's like, he just looks to me like a player who is done already. Whose Man United career is over already.
I think he's done with the manager already.
Yeah, so he's like, since you're gonna sell me, I'm just gonna drag whoever. I'm just gonna take whoever out with me.
Yeah.
So it's like in other words, like intentionally sabotaging this team. It looks like it, right? Yeah.
No, I don't blame him because like I think there was a quote that's saying that like Ten Hag called all of them out in public. Okay, fair. You want to call all of them out in public, right? But the fact that he said that they don't train high enough, they don't do a lot of things, everything like that, right? I mean, that's fine. But within the confines of the dressing room, if you hear that from a manager criticizing that publicly, right, but they're not saying it to your face, right, then it will be as good as lost the dressing room. And honestly, I ask you this question, right? Since when, right, has a manager that has lost 14 games in a season, right, not gotten sacked?
Yeah. You see, even Moyes and Ole didn't even reach 14. They didn't even reach 14 losses, Yeah, so his excuse is injuries, though.
But injuries doesn't signify not having a play style.
Yes. Injuries doesn't mean that you don't need to make the right subs.
Yeah.
Don't need to play the right starting lineup.
Nothing to say, bro. I don't know what else to say to this.
Yeah.
It's just yeah.
I'm okay. I'm glad, right? Next week is the end.
Yes. No, haven't yet, bro. Next week is the end.
Oh yeah. I will just see what happens to the game. I predict your City win again.
I also predict a City win, right? So let's move on. Basically, what happens is that Arsenal fans, I'm sorry, this game was really it's just Man U had possession, right? You just
but respect full heads to them. Just get the win, move on, right?
Yeah, you all just have to get the win and move on, right? So because of that, right, you guys are currently close to Man City, right? But you do not have your fate in your hands because currently, even though you guys sit at 86 points, at the top of the table, City are 85 with a game in hand, and your game in hand is against, of course, Spurs, which we'll talk about in a separate session later. But right now, to continue the pursuit of the title, right, Man City absolutely steamrolled Fulham 4-0.
Yes, like I said, like what we predicted, the title run in City is not a team to mess with. In the past 7 games, right, they average about 4 goals per game. 3 to 4 goals a game.
Which is basically like it's the same as that period in time, right? And you know what's the scary part, bro? The goal difference is only -3.
When at one point it was like -10, right?
Yeah. So the thing is that, right, like even if Arsenal play the game of like trying to do it, they may not even get to that point already. They might even lose the title on goal difference.
No, that's if City draw.
So it might end up having another 20. 11,
okay, wait. So
20,
I have
11,
this. This is a scenario. We are recording on a Monday night, right?
Yep.
As Aston Villa plays Liverpool later on a Tuesday morning. So if Aston Villa wins that game, right, Tottenham is essentially out of
Champions League condition.
Yes, which will say that game against City is
absolutely redundant.
The only way I see Spurs like going guns out, right, is if Liverpool beat Aston Villa later, and then Spurs still has a chance to qualify for top 4.
Champions League.
Yes. So it all boils down to the Villa game later.
Yep.
I feel in my opinion.
Yeah. So in the end, right, this game 4-0, Gavadio, right, he could have gotten a hat-trick, but there was an argument about penalty.
Yeah. No, it wasn't an argument. He gave it to somebody else to take.
Yeah,
I think Kyle Walker asked him to ask to give to somebody else.
But it looked like there was an argument though. It looked like he was upset.
Bro, you know what? The record was if he scored that one, right, he will be the only defender to score a hat-trick in the history of EPL. So I don't know why this Kyle Walker take that away from him. Right?
Yeah. Because Kyle Walker wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you should block me from getting it. What you get what I mean?
I have no idea, dude. Like sometimes the hierarchy in City, I don't really understand. I don't really
but to him, he's proven good in the past few games. The last month or so, I think. Yeah.
His first goal was nice though.
Yeah,
like the chip, everything, the dribble pass, then the slot into the corner. Like even though the shot was he was like tumbling down like that.
Yeah, a goal, but a goal is a goal,
A goal's a goal, dude. Like City dominated. Foden had a goal. Gavadio had a one. After that, Havertz scored the penalty, So I mean, there's not much to say in this in terms of like expectations because essentially, right, like Man City,
they're just like
for Man City to win.
Yep, that's right. And then now it's on to the Spurs game. So like there are a lot of Arsenal fans who are like hoping and praying that Spurs will win or even snatch points off them.
That's true. So I mean, like this game, right? I don't really know how to analyze it that much because it was very straightforward.
Job done. Next game. Yep.
Job done. Next game. Move on already, right?
Yes. Yeah. Like see, example, if it was like let's say it was another team, let's say Liverpool or Arsenal away at Craven Cottage, it might be a different story, right?
Yep. But now it is what happened already, So basically, City technically are in the driving seat if they win Spurs already, Means that they will.
I mean, technically now they're still in the driving seat. Yeah.
Yeah, But if they beat Spurs, right, then they are going
more or less one hand on the trophy. 2 hands, 1.5 hands
ahead,
Yep.
2 points ahead. So the only way is City need to lose, then Arsenal need to win the last game.
No, actually, if let's say they beat Spurs, or if they draw with Spurs, right? If they draw with Spurs, then it goes back to Arsenal's favor.
Goal difference.
On goal difference, yes.
Correct. But
which I feel, right, if they draw against Spurs, right, then Arsenal will whack whichever team 5-0 already, confirm. Then Arsenal will win the league.
Yeah, I agree. But if they lose already, then Arsenal just need to win only.
Yes.
So
that's right.
All you Gunners are praying for Spurs to help you.
Yeah, so I don't like being in this situation where you need somebody else to win for you. So it's I don't like that feeling. It's
a bit sad, right? But we are moving forward with this title race, right? So With that, Man City beat Fulham 4-0 away from home at Craven Cottage. Moving on, we are going to talk about the two matches of the week, which of course is revolving around the title race. Arsenal play Everton and Manchester City play West Ham United over the weekend, right? So Arsenal with Everton, I think Everton in terms of relegation, I think they're safe. They are pretty much safe already. They're going to be fine, even after all the stupid points deductions. This is going to be quite interesting, right? And then of course West Ham, they're not really going to be anywhere.
Yeah, they are in no contention to get any Europa or Europe football. Also,
I think that's pretty much where it stands.
It's a very straightforward game. Yeah, both teams. I think.
Yeah, because Man United play Newcastle, right? But the goal difference doesn't matter.
Bro, I think Chelsea is ahead of us.
No, Chelsea is ahead of us by 3 points, right? Newcastle is ahead of us by 3 points. Man United got 54 points. But the thing is, our goal difference is -4. So it's like even if we win, right, and we try to get the thing right, there's no difference.
Yeah. We need them to drop 1 point or something, right?
Yeah, we need Chelsea to drop points, and we need to win our last 2 games to even have a shot at a Conference League. Why am I talking about freaking Conference League?
Well, I mean we could essentially end up with nothing.
Yeah, he should get sacked. What?
Yeah, that is sack worthy. Yeah, not even you conference. Arsenal and City's goal difference higher than our points tally. Goal difference, not goal scored. Goals difference.
I know. What to do, brother? What to do? All right. So for Arsenal and Everton, right, I would say that Everton and West Ham, they are pretty much.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it as Arsenal and City win their respective.
Yeah, I will also say, right, like for them, right, they don't really have much to lose or gain
to play for. Yeah.
So it's like for them, it's just basically like just get. I might just decide to get out of the way.
Yeah, or less damage limitation 1-2-0 that kind, right? Yeah,
correct. I just get out of the way, end the season. Then after that, everybody go home, then prepare for the next season. Yeah, because this one is just pretty much like just title race and title contention. Relegation, on the other hand, is slightly different. I don't think Luton is gonna make it.
Luton has to score 12, I think, and hope Nottingham lose by lose a goal or something.
Question.
Yeah.
So last season, right, it was the promoted team is Luton, Burnley, Sheffield, right?
Yep.
I think all 3 going back down.
Bro, 2 of them already down, so only left Luton.
Yeah. And Luton, I think they confirm going down because their goal difference is -12.
Yeah, they need Nottingham to lose, and then they need to score like 10.
Yeah. Which is as good as like no point already. They're already going down already. So now, just to remind everybody, right, we do have a few things on the line here. One is that of course there is a gift or a meal to be treated by the loser to the winner with a minimum value of about $70 lah. So basically, if Paul loses, he have to buy a gift for me or treat me to $70 meal, or I have to do the same for him. So before we get into this, right, let's just recap basically our predictions. Previously, last week, it was, of course, as it stands, right, is about, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 12-9. Or is it 12-9, right? 12-9. So last week, the prediction was, of course, both of us predicted a draw. Paul predicted 1-1 for the Man U Arsenal game. I predicted 2-2. So by proxy, because he's closer to the result, right, Paul gets 1 point. So it's now currently 9-13.
Oof.
Yeah, we had our hopes up to get a draw. I can't believe I predicted 2-2.
If Haaland scored his thing.
If Garnacho didn't sky the ball.
Yes.
But we shall see, right? So, let's make our match predictions, right? So, Arsenal versus Everton. Paul, what is your prediction?
I would say 3-0. Solid 3-0.
3-0 for Paul. I will go maybe 3-1.
Yeah. It's the last game of the season. They want to end it on a bang. Boom. Yep. 3-0.
3-0. Alright, then for City and West Ham, what is your prediction?
Okay, assuming that the midweek results is theirs, right? I say 2-0, yeah.
2-0, right?
Man City 2-0, yeah.
And then for me, right, I'll say 3-0.
Okay, very good.
Because honestly, right, like
it's the last game. If they leave the title, it'll be that on that day, right?
Yep. So I mean, it all hinges on whether or not it really hinges on the Spurs game.
The Spurs game, yeah. So
it's really the Spurs game. So like even end it's very sad. Like we all thought we had a 3-horse race, right? Then the end of the season very anticlimactic.
No, it's because of this stupid game in hand, right?
Yeah.
If it was like now the points as it stay they were, right, and then they go into the final season, then they see how. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, bro. Before we go, you got anything else to add?
Yeah, I think let's enjoy the last week of the season, bro.
Yeah.
Then it's off to the Euros for us.
Then of course look forward to the FA Cup final after that, which will be something that we will talk about. Now, we will of course look at the City and the Man City game, and we will recap the final weekend during next week's episode. So with that, that is it for this week's episode of the Futbol Kaki. All right, so that is it for this week's episode of the Futbol Kaki, brought to you by the Chit podcast network. Now, for those of you who are tuning in, we just want to say thank you for watching our show, and we hope that you continue to support the channel by watching our other shows, which of course include the Kopi Bros every Monday, Yvonne Paul, me, Brandon Zinyoung, and of course the rest of the team, which is of course Jordan and myself, where we come together and talk about different topics. Last week was of course food hacks. There is one very important McDonald's hack that Paul shared last week. Go to the episode and just check it out. I haven't tried it yet, bro.
Okay, give it a try.
I will try it and I'll tell you what's gonna happen. Right. So yes, go to the Kopi Bros episode to just have a look out for that. Then of course, if you like game shows, we do have the SG Draft podcast every Friday involving both the Kopi Bros team and of course the Futbol Kaki coming together and drafting about different topics and have fun while we do it. Last week was of course drafting deep fried food. For many people in the world, right? Fried food is a guilty pleasure for a lot of us because it's the one that tastes the best, but it's also one of the most unhealthy things in the world. But enjoy yourself once in a while. Have a piece of fried chicken or like donut,
youtiao, seaweed chicken,
seaweed chicken, everything like that. So just have that, right? So with that, we just want to say thank you to everybody for watching this week's episode of the Futbol Kaki. We hope that you have a great week ahead. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And with that, have a great final weekend of the EPL. Hopefully, I don't see a team in blue lifting, even though my heart says, even though I think that's going to happen, because I don't have a team that wins 4 EPL titles in a row. And it's on the other side of the town. So I just want to say a thing. So with that, we just want to say thank you and have a great week ahead. Have a pleasant weekend. Bye-bye.